Arsenal complete domination against West Ham, 2-0, easy, cruising win, very simple. As I mentioned before, the most consistent team in terms of performances and how they approach games are Arsenal. 2-0 to Arsenal, top of the league, waiting for Liverpool to play Chelsea, of course, depending on when are you watching this, of course. But before we go on, I am Judge Mo. We'll analyze the game. We'll talk about the open play that people keep talking about. Arsenal don't create from open play and blah, 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 and all this talk that is happening, of course. But before we do that, hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, this is Footy Judge Mo. We are on the way to 50K. Quick match reaction before we go and watch the other games, of course. So hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'm going to start by saying, performance-wise, was absolutely fantastic. Of course, Martin Ødegaard, who looks like he's holding his inside of the knee, based on the experience, a little bit of my experience with this, it might be an MCL injury, which is something that heals by itself. It won't require surgery. Might actually heal between 3 to 5 weeks if it's grade 1, or 2 to 4 weeks if it's grade 1. And I think it's grade 1. I saw the impact. It wasn't as bad at all. It wasn't as hard, and he was able to run on it. I had this injury before, but I had grade 2 MCL, and it healed within a couple of months. But I wasn't able to run on it. Once I had that impact on my knee inside, I wasn't able. But Martin Ødegaard was able to continue a little bit on it. That tells me that maybe the injury is not as strong. But we got to speak about a couple of things, of course. And I'm going to start by the man that absolutely changed the game. The guy that played the pass for Timber in the second half to get the penalty. The guy that played the ball to Eze for Declan Rice's first goal to score. I think I need to highlight his performances. The guy that dictates the game, controls the tempo of the ball, and also knows where to go. Does he go left? Does he go right now? That's something that is very important in the defensive midfielder, the guy that plays deep, to actually be able to read the pitch. And that is something that not a lot of people talk about. To read where are the weaknesses from the opposition, to actually lead the attack. Do I go right to Saka? Do I go left towards Trossard and maybe Eze or Declan Rice after Declan Rice after Ødegaard went out? Like, where to go on the pitch, where the pass is happening. Absolutely brilliant performance by Martin Zubimendi. Completely dominated the game on his own in that midfield. And yeah, he didn't start the game. And I'm going to start by saying one thing. Nobody can talk about Arteta's approach to the game now because he started Eze, Ødegaard, and Declan Rice. So he's very attacking from the beginning of the game. Started with that lineup, and unfortunately Ødegaard got injured, but still Declan Rice scored an absolute banger on a half volley. Was great. Yes, the net was right in front of him, but for him to, that's what people don't talk about enough. For Declan Rice to be there in front of the goal, for Declan Rice to arrive to the 18, that is what people spoke about before, about Declan Rice arriving to the 18, of course, and getting at the end of these things. That's why he's high on the goals as well. It's not only on the assists. He actually scores goals by arriving to the 18. I think his performances was amazing. I don't think there's any worry about the injury that he had. Of course, I thought the injury was nothing. It's just something he felt in his back or side. It's not going to be a major injury. The international break is here. So it depends. Is he going to go to England? Is he not going to go to the England national team? It depends what they find, of course, in that sense. But there is one more thing that I wanted to speak about. Timber, which is something that Arteta spoke about. In the first 4 minutes, the first chance for Arsenal was Ødegaard playing a through pass to Timber, who was inside the 18. That is one. Two, Timber is the one that won the penalty. But people still talk about the approach of Arteta being defensive. They were 1-0 up. Okay, so don't believe anyone that tells you that Arteta's defensive. I don't want you to believe anyone. 1-0 up, and still their right back is the highest guy on the pitch winning the penalty for them to actually get the second from Bukayo Saka. And that is what I wanted to talk about in this match reaction. Because everyone's saying he's conservative. No, he's not that conservative as you guys say. He picks his moment to go forward, of course, with his fullbacks. Calafiori was inside the pitch, of course, in the midfield, but he was very high, tried to dribble. We saw him on the left, we saw him on the right. That is not a conservative approach to the game. That is an approach to someone who wants to score goals. He had, I think, 3 XG today, 3xG is a lot. I actually just saw from open play, Arsenal created 3 clear-cut chances. Eze should have scored from that Timber chance. I think Trossard had a chance he should have batted on the left side, but he chose to dribble. There was a cross to Gyökeres that he actually was a little bit late. These are all chances from open play, but nobody talks about these. Like, no one mentions this. They mention, but they won with a penalty. And that is my problem with the analysis of Arsenal, is that people don't analyze them fairly. They want to speak negative about them. I'm not saying that they are favorites to win the league and they're the best team in the league and all the stuff. But Arsenal create chances from open play, but nobody wants to talk about them. Bukayo Saka is absolutely great for him to get back on the scoring sheet. Actually, he has the captain's armband. A good penalty by him. Confident. Looked very confident. Looked up for the task, of course. Leading that right side, of course. And actually being the captain on the pitch after Ødegaard left. Good performance by him. I can't fault Bukayo Saka for this. I thought Trossard was okay. Not amazing, was okay. Steady Eddie on the pitch. Provided some good moments for him. But it's still, who's going to start on the right side? Is it Martinelli? Is it Trossard? Is Eze going to start on the right, on the left side? Of course, apologies, not the right side. Maybe Madueke when he comes back. I don't know when is he going to come back. But there is one more thing I wanted to mention. Eberechi Eze is one of my favorite players, of course, in the league, even before he joined Arsenal. I love watching the guy. He was amazing and phenomenal. To be honest, the way he moves with the ball, I think is fantastic, to be honest with you. He's so slick. And also, he's one of the people that I told you before, he shoot on sight. Every time he gets the ball, he tries to shoot. Yes, he missed that chance in the first half when it bounced in front of him. But I like a player who shoot on sight. The guy gets a side of goal and he just let it fly. And he goes for it. We don't know if Arsenal will end the week on top. We don't know, depending on the Liverpool result, of course, versus Chelsea. I'm recording this right before that, of course. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Arsenal are the most consistent team in the league? But also, we want to mention something. Another clean sheet, by the way. Another clean sheet for Arsenal. So that is, they absolutely now have conceded 2 goals. One from Erling Haaland and one, of course, from Szoboszlai free kick. I think they are the strongest defense in the league currently with only 2 goals conceded. The defensive solidity is what leads Arsenal to win. But they need to score goals. And that's what they are doing now. They now, if I'm not mistaken, on the table, they have like 14 goals in the league in 7 games. That's 2 goals a game. That is a very good return. Of course, if they continue like this, you get like 70-something. And I think they will score even more than this. You know what I mean? I think they will score more than probably 80 goals this season or something like this. Or 75 to 80 goals this season. I think Arsenal score enough goals to actually go and lead the table. But it depends about the defensive solidity, which is Arteta has now. And people that actually watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. They still play the high line. Gabriel and Saliba, the key to that defense, of course, David Raya at the back. But solid performance, Arsenal. Hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section. Do we think Arsenal favorites? Did it switch from Liverpool to Arsenal in your opinion? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.